the new series of Black Mirror is out today, and as ever, it explores how technology is changing with how we interact with the world and each other. One episode imagines an AI tool that could allow you to step into a photo and relive it. Well, that's completely freaked Olivia out. She's recovering over here. So we'll go to you first, Miley. What photo would you like to relive if you got the chance?
I've got two photos, but there's one photo where I'm holding my middle daughter, that's Hero, and there's little Ava. And the reason I'd go back to that first photo first is because you're in that baby bubble and you think everything is idyllic, and I know right up ahead there's trouble coming, and why I would go back is I'd prepare myself. I would get everything in order, so I'd make sure I had my paperwork.
For your divorce.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I'd get all the paperwork in.
Get your ducks in a row.
Passports and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was so blindsided. As you can see, my baby's so young. Yeah. Both of them are so young.
You just had a baby.
Well, I'm walking down the street and like, la, la, la,
you
la,
look
la.
like you've got a lot in your hands, literally and metaphorically.
It was always the way.
Yeah, and what about the second, that lovely picture of you staring at...
I love this because we're just about to dive in and swim with dolphins in the wild, because my eldest, Ava, was obsessed, still is, with dolphins. And so I said, well, let's go see them in the wild. Let's go see them in their natural habitat. And then we found them. What are the chances?
So that was a happier time.
So lovely, because now
they do bash you about a bit, dolphins, though, don't they?
I couldn't keep up with them.
It's not as romantic as it looks.
Do you know, it was just so special. And
they do.
My sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my baby. I want to go
You're
back to it.
ruining Miley's
Sorry.
They didn't bash me about. It was really nice. But my teenagers now, they're just, you know, they're so cool, and I'm like always like trying to get in with them and be cool too, and I'm not. So that was when I was still cool, and I'd like to go back to that just to...
You are very cool, Mike.
Not to them, maybe one day.
You'll come back round. It all comes back round.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? Which photos would you like to
I feel a bit bad. This is... Now, I love my children. I really, really love my children. But this was in the days Mark and I were first together, and he was filming in Sweden for the BBC, so he pretended I was a runner researcher so I could go as well.
That's so
And
funny.
it was just 3 days of, like, snogging and drinking and me trying to be, like, a professional, lugging all the kit, because all the cameras are at... I hated the lugging. But I did lug, because I was getting paid. Sorry if the BBC find out now. It was all a lie. But just that freedom...
Well, that was
just
pre-children, right?
That was...
That was
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It was pre-children. That's why it was great. I was in... I remember... I remember being in a lift and being so drunk, because I never show my boobs anywhere, and flashing my boobs. And it was just a wild...
Happy times.
It was just wild and just like, so what? It was just so what?
Yeah, nice. Liv, what about you?
I panicked, you know, when I got asked this question. This one feels a little bit, I don't know, it feels a bit shallow, but we're in Dubai, as you can see, and it's the day, that evening, he proposed to me.
Oh.
I know. So it's just like, it's a nice
So you want to go
memory.
in, relive it and say no?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
It's just the fact that I had no idea, and I am, you know, as you guys know, the ultimate control freaks. The fact he got it past me is really impressive. And we were at a beach club there, and I was attacking the rosé. I wasn't messing around, and he was trying to kind of slow me down, which I thought was really weird and like not really his style. But he's like, I didn't want you to be, you know, wasted and not remember. And then my hair is slicked back. I've got like some, you know, product in my hair. And when I got back to the hotel, I was like, I'm just going to leave it like this. But he knew at the time I'd said, if I ever got proposed to and I didn't look exactly what is like, you know, perfect to me, I'd be really shallow.
Be fuming.
I was really shallow. So he told me to wash my hair. So I was like, this guy has stopped me drinking. I want to wash my hair. I've got to get out of this.
You must have...
I've got to leave him.
You must have suspected something.
I really didn't, you know, because I actually really thought I was going to have to actually, like, physically walk him into a jeweller's and take his credit card. Like, I didn't think he'd actually have the initiative to get a ring, get a thing set up. So I was still really naive. So it's like...
Did you do your hair and everything?
Yeah, I did. I did the whole thing, yeah.
And did it take you by surprise when he proposed?
Oh, my God, I cried. You know, come on, I don't cry. Like, I was choked, yeah.
But would you, if you had an if he asked you now, would it be different what you hoped for then?
Yeah, like, definitely. Like, oh, God, I have to be careful. Like, I feel like we weren't the first persons to do a Dubai beach engagement. I feel like there have been a lot since. So I probably wouldn't do that. And I think I'd actually want something I actually wouldn't mind it being more low-key.
Wholesome?
I think, yeah.
Would you go as far as wholesome, Liv?
I could do wholesome. I wouldn't mind...
Dog
like,
walk with no makeup?
Yeah, like, that kind of wouldn't bother me now, whereas I think in that era, I was very much... I wanted to tick all the boxes of the, you know, the Instagrammable, you know, stuff.
So did he think that was your dream, or was that his dream?
No. It's not his... Is it anyone's man's dream to spend loads of money and buy loads of roses and put them on the floor? Like, no, he knew it was my dream.
You were one of the least shallow people I've ever met, I'd like to add.
Yeah.
You really are, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're
well,
brilliant.
I dug out... Oh, most of my photos are in storage, but I found this one. And this is me and my mum on a picnic. I think we were probably in Wales, actually. And it was just me and my mum growing up.
You look so the same.
I look at this photo and I think, because my mum now has Alzheimer's, and I look at this photo and I think if I could go back, obviously I'm a bit young there, but I would like to know what was coming and to be able to ask her loads of questions. I mean, I always did ask her questions, but there's still quite a few now where I think, oh, I wish I'd asked that, and I wish I'd asked that. So, yeah, so to anybody watching at home, I would say that if your mum and your dad are still, you know, healthy and whatever, ask them what you want to ask them now. Have those chats now. Because you never know. You never know what's coming.